Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lineup this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10 now. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Punting unit out now. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. From the red zone now. And he's in. Touchdown! These guys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here's a give up the middle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 48-yard line.
From the 48. He spins right by him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Let's go.
Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This one's caught. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Now, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. That one splits the uprights. And his guys tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Thrown back at gets the handoff. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Complete to Coleman. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Another carry for him. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It's a gain of 10. Results in a first down.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Coleman with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 30.
How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. They put a receiver in motion here left. 3rd and long for him here. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. He's going to throw this one. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now a give on the counter. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Hauled in left side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Right side, quick pass, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He brings it in. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And he runs it across, touchdown. These guys get some late points and the lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's brought down after a short gain. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. To the air now on 1st and 10. Makes the catch and gets the feet in. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 1st down, he'll throw it. Complete out to the right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one's complete, right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st and 10.
One final shot before halftime. Escapes the pocket. And he's tackled for a short gain. That brings us to halftime. Just a 4-point game thus far. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. The ball is teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. They'll come out throwing. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. Motioning the tight end left. 2nd and 3. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Connection made to Coleman. And this one does not go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now we're on the counter. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And they're going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. He's got a man left. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete...
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. These guys take the lead right away in half number 2. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And these guys push their lead to 3. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game.
24, our home team, 14.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. His return starts at the 5. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Here comes their offense out again. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 37. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Plowing up the middle. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains, and you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
And they take him down right along the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
To throw here on first down. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Has it down close. And all he needed was one more stride. first and goal. A give now from the gun. And he barrels across for the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys cut it to a field goal game. Ollie set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense running back out now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They'll throw on first. Looking right, and he finds him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's just a field goal game right now as we get set for our final quarter. Third and 4 coming up now. Throwing now from the gun. Bails out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's a throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Pass play coming here. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 18 yards there, and it'll give them a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Throwing now on first down. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The offense getting set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll come out throwing. Connecting on the slant. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. Right up the gut. And solid running there gets them forward to the 39-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 39. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd down from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That one gains 7. And that gives them the first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll throw it. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Still fighting forward. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
From the red zone now. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. They are throwing it again. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Handoff now, running right. And he's in for the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys take a 4-point lead. Following a touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Airing it out to start this drive. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up. He's dropping back to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give him a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Second and 6 coming up here. They bring the tight end in motion. From the 38. They get to him and bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
16 yards on the play. And they'll have 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in San Antonio. These guys losing by 4. To the air now on 1st and 10. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Setting up to pass. He completes it in traffic. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll send him over right. Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here he is to throw. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here he is to throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Ahead of 4th down, officials stepping in here, a timeout call. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Looking to throw it. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
On first down, they'll run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. A nice showing here from our winners as we bid you farewell from San Antonio.